Jesus Real Prayer Secret Prayer Revolution Now Divine. Command activated. What if everything you've been taught about prayer is wrong? What if traditional supplication is actually misdirecting your inherent divine power? Prepare to discover Jesus' true prayer frequency and unlock a precise energetic tuning that allows you to command reality, bypassing ancient interferences and activating the dormant divine self within you. This isn't about asking, it's about becoming. The supplication trap. Why traditional prayer fails. Traditional prayer operates from fundamental misunderstanding. We're taught to beg, plead, and supplicate before a distant deity. This approach assumes separation between human and divine. It positions us as powerless children before an unreachable Father. This framework itself creates the limitation. When you pray from a place of lack, you affirm lack. The universe responds to vibrational frequency, not words. Begging vibrates at the frequency of unworthiness. You're essentially declaring, I don't have this. I need someone else to give it to me. This energetic signature attracts more experiences of not having. Jesus never taught supplication in this manner. His actual words reveal something radically different. Whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Present tense, already received. This isn't hopeful wishing, but vibrational alignment with desired reality. The Lord's Prayer itself has been mistranslated and misunderstood. Thy kingdom come doesn't mean waiting for future divine intervention. In Aramaic, it translates more accurately as your kingdom is present now. Recognition, not request. Declaration, not supplication. This distortion wasn't accidental. Religious institutions benefit from disempowered populations. People who believe they're separate from God's power require priestly intermediaries. They remain dependent on external authority. The true prayer frequency threatens this entire structure. When Jesus said the kingdom of God is within you, he revealed the secret. Your consciousness already contains divine creative power. Prayer isn't about reaching up to heaven, but reaching within to your monad. Your eternal divine spark holds the same creative force as Source itself. Traditional prayer redirects your attention away from this internal power toward external authority that doesn't exist as taught. Understanding monadic frequency and vibrational reality. Your monad represents your eternal essence. It exists beyond incarnation cycles, untouched by physical experience. This divine spark carries the full spectrum of creative potential. It vibrates at the highest frequency accessible to human consciousness. Most people remain disconnected from monadic awareness. We identify with personality, ego, and physical form. These operate at much lower frequencies. The gap between everyday consciousness and monadic consciousness seems insurmountable. Yet Jesus demonstrated bridging this gap completely. Reality responds to vibrational frequency. Quantum physics validates what mystics have always known. Observation affects outcomes. Consciousness shapes matter. Your energetic state literally creates your experience. This isn't metaphor, but measurable phenomenon. Every thought, emotion, and belief carries specific frequency. Fear vibrates low and dense. Love vibrates high and light. Most human consciousness operates in middle ranges. We fluctuate between various emotional states. True prayer requires stabilizing at higher frequencies. The monadic frequency represents your highest possible vibration. When you align with this, you access creative power directly. You don't ask God to change reality. You recognize yourself as the divine consciousness creating reality. This shift from supplication to emanation changes everything. Jesus' prayer method involved conscious frequency elevation. He entered states we might call meditation or contemplation. In these states, he aligned fully with his monadic essence. From this alignment, he spoke reality into being. Lazarus, come forth. Not a request, but a command. This is true prayer. The Gnostic texts preserved this understanding. The Gospel of Truth describes prayer as remembering your divine nature. When you remember who you truly are, reality conforms to this knowing. You don't pray to an external God. You pray as God expressing through your unique monadic signature. The precise tuning process, activating divine command to deeply understand these advanced practices and access detailed guidance. Check the link in the comments below. There you'll find resources to support your journey into dimensional consciousness. Activating the true prayer frequency requires specific preparation. You cannot access monadic consciousness while identified with ego. The tuning process systematically elevates your vibration. Each step builds toward the next. Begin with breath work to calm the mental static. Sit comfortably with spine straight. Breathe deeply into your belly, then chest, then throat. Hold briefly. Exhale completely. Repeat this cycle 21 times. This oxygenates your system and shifts brainwave states. Next, establish heart coherence. Place attention on your physical heart. Generate feelings of genuine gratitude and appreciation. Recall moments of profound beauty or love. Let these emotions intensify. Your heart's electromagnetic field becomes coherent and powerful. Now connect with the central channel. Visualize a column of brilliant white light running through your body's core. It extends infinitely above and below. This channel connects you to cosmic consciousness and Earth's grounding energy simultaneously. Invoke your monadic presence directly. Speak aloud. I call forth my eternal divine self. I align with my monadic essence now. Feel a response from deep within, a sense of vast presence awakening. This is your true self recognizing itself. Allow this monadic consciousness to expand through your entire being. It fills every cell with divine light. Your awareness shifts. The small self steps back. The divine self comes forward. You begin to perceive from a completely different perspective. From this elevated state, engage the prayer frequency. Rather than asking for what you want, declare what already is in divine reality. I am whole. I am abundant. I am love. Present tense. Absolute certainty. Feel the truth of these statements vibrating through your monadic awareness. Visualize your desired reality as already manifest. See it in complete detail. Most importantly, feel the emotions of having it now. This emotional vibrational signature is the actual prayer. Words are secondary to the frequency you emanate. Bypassing archonic interference through sovereign frequency, archonic forces actively work to prevent monadic activation. They exist in frequencies just below the divine threshold. When humans attempt to elevate consciousness, these entities interfere. Understanding their tactics allows you to bypass them completely. Traditional supplicatory prayer actually attracts archonic attention. The frequency of begging, pleading, and unworthiness resonates with their realm. They can insert themselves as false answers to prayers. Many people believe they're receiving divine guidance when actually encountering archonic mimicry. These entities cannot access true monadic frequencies. The vibration is too high for their existence. They operate in realms of fear, doubt, and separation. When you stabilize in monadic consciousness, you literally exist beyond their reach. This is why the tuning process is essential. Archons often manifest as intrusive thoughts during prayer. You're not worthy. This won't work. You're deluding yourself. These thoughts carry specific energy signatures. They feel heavy, constrictive, and doubt. Recognize them as external interference, not your authentic voice. The sovereign frequency acts as automatic filter. When you declare your divine nature with absolute conviction, archonic presence cannot maintain itself. I am sovereign consciousness, child of the living God, and no counterfeit force has claim upon me. This isn't wishful thinking, but vibrational fact. Jesus' prayer method included protective elements. He often began by acknowledging Our Father, which art in heaven. This wasn't supplication, but frequency setting. He established connection with the highest divine source immediately. This created a channel that lower forces could not penetrate. The practice of praying in the name of Christ, or using sacred names, serves similar function. These aren't magic words, but frequency keys. They activate specific vibrational patterns. When intoned correctly, they establish resonance with divine consciousness that excludes all interference. Your monadic presence itself provides ultimate protection. When fully aligned with this essence, you operate as divine consciousness. Nothing can interfere with God expressing as you. The key is maintaining this alignment consistently rather than dropping into lower frequencies where interference becomes possible. Living as divine command beyond prayer into being. True mastery transcends the need for prayer sessions. You become the prayer frequency itself. Your entire existence emanates divine consciousness. This represents Jesus' actual teaching and demonstration. He didn't pray intermittently. He lived as embodied divinity. This shift from doing to being changes everything. You're no longer a human trying to access divine power. You recognize yourself as divine consciousness, having a human experience. The monad isn't something you reach toward. It's what you are. Daily life becomes continuous prayer. Every thought, word, and action flows from monadic awareness. You move through the world as creative consciousness. Reality responds to your presence. Synchronicities multiply exponentially. What others call miracles become natural occurrences. This doesn't mean ego disappears. The personality remains as interface for divine expression, but it's no longer in control. Your monadic self guides. The ego serves. This proper hierarchy allows smooth navigation of physical reality while maintaining divine connection. Challenges and obstacles appear differently from this perspective. Rather than problems requiring prayer for solutions, they're recognized as opportunities for divine expression. You don't ask God to fix situations. You allow divine consciousness to flow through them, transforming everything. Relationships transform when you live at prayer frequency. Others sense the divine presence you embody. Some are drawn to it, seeking elevation. Others resist it, threatened by the light. Your role isn't converting or convincing. Simply be the frequency. Those meant to resonate will naturally align. Jesus said his followers would do greater works. This wasn't about future believers developing new abilities. He meant that once you truly understand and embody this teaching, the possibilities are unlimited. You're not constrained by Jesus' specific expressions. Divine consciousness expresses uniquely through each monad. The invitation is simple but profound. Stop asking the universe for what you want. Become the creative force that brings it into being. Stop seeking God outside yourself. Recognize the divine consciousness you already are. This is Jesus' true prayer teaching. This is your natural state awaiting remembrance. The frequency has always been within you. Tune in now, ready to master these advanced frequency techniques. Check the link in the comments for essential resources on vibrational consciousness and divine alignment. The Nag Hammadi scriptures edited by Marvin Meyer provides direct access to Jesus' esoteric teachings while breaking the habit of being yourself. By Dr. Joe Dispenza offers scientific validation of consciousness-created reality. Leave your comment, like, subscribe, and share. At Divine Light Academy, we have new videos every day revealing the true teachings of consciousness, mastery, and divine embodiment. Join our community of sovereign creators, manifesting heaven on earth.